Good morning, everybody. What's happening? Sass with the old 5 times watch streak. Let's go. How's everybody doing? I know I'm late because work. It's a weekend thing. I'm frequently going to be late on weekends. It's just somehow here. I know why you're here. You're here because you're addicted to a video game and you haven't gone to bed. But still gonna go try and get like 4 hours in. We're gonna go a little late, maybe 3 hours 45 minutes, something like that. Go to bed a little late. Oh, geez, you still haven't found that yet, eh? That sucks. Hey, Gloom, good morning. All right. Oh. Man, looking at my loadout here is just funny. It's spring 19th. I got an iridium band and a lucky ring. It's wild. Anyways. All right. So, we're going to hit up the Skull Cavern today. I'm going to set the inventory. I just blanked. I'm going to set the inventory, grab a totem, run down to check the traveling cart, make sure there's nothing we need, and then warp directly to the desert. So, that's the plan here. Oh, what else do we need? We need tradables here. I don't have any diamonds left, or do I? Can't remember. Did I sell the diamonds? I sold them. Okay. Alright, we've got enough for eels, but we don't have any diamonds. That's fine. We'll make do. How much stone do we have? We can't craft staircases yet anyways, can we? I don't know. You have fallen to Overwatch. Oh no. Why would you do that? Okay, what else are we doing here? I guess we could do some... Yeah, here we go. For mega bombs. But that's it, right? Like, we just need... the eels for the food. You know what I didn't buy yesterday was salads. I probably should have bought a few of those. Alright, what do we got for eating? So what's over here? Do I bring my mushrooms? I think I bring my mushrooms. This is probably for eating. I'm going to save the gold one to gift to the Wiz, but... I don't have a lot of them. I already traded some of them in at the desert. I think I'm going to a... I don't know, it's tough. I might avoid doing it today. Oh, it is Friday. Shit. I knew I had an emerald, but I forgot it was Friday. Just randomly. Hey, Gundog, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Okay, that's good, that's good. That's about all we can do. Alright, where's my warp? No warp. Oh, I have 1 bomb. And 2 mega bombs. Holy shit. Look at this. I'm so prepared. Alright. Away we go. Love the propeller hat. Sure are. Oh, yeah. The world's cheapest bomb. Like, how could you say no? Like, I would buy thousands of bombs if they were this price. Nothing else we need here. Okay. Oh my god, they're going to take up so much space. Well, we're going to end up tossing some of these by the end of the run. Guaranteed. Wow. Maybe should have brought a chest for the forage. Maybe I just leave them on the ground. I'll keep the gold one. Okay. Hey, Cassie, what's up? I'm good, how are you? Can't craft megas. Never mind, I brought all the mega crafting materials. Can't craft mega bombs yet. Whoops. Anyways. Mining level already. Let's go. Is it? I'll take your word for it. I don't know how bad Marvel runs comparatively because I don't play that trash, you know? Just as a general rule. And I don't mean, like, by that I don't mean, like, Marvel. I just mean, like, you know, hero shooters in general. Like, our inventory is already full. This is ridiculous. Look, not every UE5 game runs like trash. Only most of them. Oh, there's a problem. Shit. That's a lot of mummies. Holy crap. Alright, we got all but one of them. That's not bad. That's not bad. Alright, but I still need stairs. I need solar essence, although I can't craft mega bombs yet, but that's why I did it mainly, was like I do need solar essence, you know. Solar essence is hard to keep up in the beginning. I think we should be need that coal, sweet, sweet coal. And the world's slowest slime kill. Why did I do that? I don't know. Nobody knows. Definitely too much stuff here. Or not enough bag. I need that bag upgrade ASAP. But honestly, if I just use the mega bombs, that helps with my my situation here. Hey, how's it going, Kuroshi? We're doing the Skull Cavern. First run, let's go. See how much iridium I can get. See if it's actually... The goal in this run is just to do better than fishing and hopefully get a prismatic. Like, the true goal is to find a prismatic. Which we, of course, do by finding iridium. But At least 6 to 7 iridium. You just wanted to make it that fucking joke, didn't you? That's better. You would never? Yeah, I bet. I bet you would never. Boom! There we go. First run is a success. Don't you wish you were as good at Stardew as I am? Yeah, it was pretty good. It was long. Like, same thing. I've been busy these last few days because it's been so cold. Cold is great for business, but also it's cold, you know. Oh, that's a crab, obviously. You can tell by the fact that it was off-center. Shit, we need the crab cakes. What do we toss? What do we toss? This is it, the moment of truth. I'm gonna toss this aquamarine. Look, I have a healthy sense of self-esteem. I know I'm amazing. You know, everybody's parents, like, tell their children that they're, like, you know, the smartest and the greatest and all of that sort of thing. Mine just accidentally were right. Okay, fine, but, you know, this was a joke about me being amazing and not about the realities of terrible parenting, so... So yes, you win, Walk, but at what cost? Oh, we got a Maru snag here. Do I have room for that? I should probably start collecting these. Maybe I just leave the quartz behind. I don't really need those. Like, not really, really. Alright. Oh, there was a mushroom there. I should have grabbed that. I like British humor. British humor's fun. Oh no, my eel wore off. Okay, fine. You're gonna make me stop and fight you? Okay, that actually worked. I got a bunch of bombs, and I didn't have to finish the thing. Fighting them was clearly the correct decision. Sweet. Man, I remember doing like the early Skull Cavern with like out any of the stuff. And it being like so challenging. And now it's just like almost like just normal for me. Like, it's not scary. Oh, it's over there. I see it. There's a visible ladder. So, try to dodge these bats. I really don't want to fight the bats. The serpents are one thing, but the bats have so much health that without the Galaxy Sword, they take forever to kill. $8 iridium, not better than fishing yet. Oh, no, this is bad. Alright, we got it. We just had to pause for a sec. We're good. We got it. No worries. Oh, yeah, no, I agree. It's pretty weirdly well done on a lot of areas. Like, it's sort of presenting itself as, like, kind of cheap, and then, like, actually quite polished. Hey, Coley Raid, how we doing? What's up, everybody? Welcome. Got here just in time for my first Skull Cavern run of the run. Uni, where you been? Look, you know where I've been, so that's on you. It's going good. It's going good. Just, you know, another Stardew run. Apparently that's just all I do now. It's my brand. A Stardew guy. Trying to get perfection even faster. Uh-oh, that's a lot of bats. Do I go for it? I think I go for it. I want that coal. There we go. Crocheting. Interesting. Delinquent on Stardew. Well, I mean, Stardew doesn't go anywhere, you know. It'll wait for you. Alright, second prism. Not bad, not bad. Still a little light on the iridium here. Let's get deeper. Hopefully we can grab. We got 4 hours left. Oh yeah, this is good. Wind Waker, yeah. Sweet. It's a cool game if not for all the sailing. Sailing's just a little slow. I mean, it's better than Breath of the Wild, at least. Now, there's a trash game. Yeah. The game does revel in wasting your time. That's fair. PC's still fucked, eh? You never were able to, like... do anything about it? Oh, is that so, Kuroshi? I mean, that would be terrible. Please don't. I would definitely never say something controversial just to try to get people to participate in chat. Definitely not a Zelda game, I agree. I agree. Strong agree. Oh, that sucks. Hardware is so hard to diagnose. Usually the only way you can, like, successfully diagnose hardware is just replacing parts until it works. Which, frankly, not a great system, but usually the best option. Yeah, I'd be pretty fucked if my PC died right now. Like, I would not be able to replace it. You'd see me doing, like, donation drives on Discord. Okay, yeah, that would help. Yeah, that would make it a lot easier if you can just speed up the game. Because that is the biggest weakness. Other than that, the game is, like, pretty fantastic. It's a top-tier Zelda. Nice. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. We need an edible here. Something strong. Sorry, Sam. You're not as important as me staying alive. Ooh, what do I got left? Do I have to eat the... Look, if I gotta eat the miner's treat, I will. Maru also not as important as me staying alive. not bad, not bad. Okay. What did we end on? 115? That's pretty good. That's 23 bars. Right? Honestly, we were so close. We were so close, Kuroshi. It would have been sweet to get first Skull Cavern level 100, but... level 8 mining, as well as the... Yeah, sweet. That was awesome. That was overall a very good time. Alright. Let's check the... Very happy today. We did! We started the Skull Cavern runs. Alright, yeah. Okay, I can make mega bombs now, which helps. So, we just going right back, I think. We run it back. I gotta sell a couple things here. Well, sell the cloth. Everything else we mostly just hold on to. Oh, that's a lot of Mega Bombs. Nice. We're gonna go Mega Bombs this time. Obviously, we bring one of those. The Yetis Tooth. You know what, Yeti Tooth, you served us well. That was a good run, but your services are no longer needed. Maru Snack can go in the bin. Crab Cakes can go in the bin. We need the rubies. And rubies and diamonds. Okay. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good setup. We'll make all of those bombs and honestly, all of them. They're just going. Boom, gold ore. All the bombs. Okay. The axe. We do need to get the axe upgraded again. I don't have the money though. I'm gonna get the 10k from... Yeah, okay. Alright, we gotta wait. We gotta hold. We're just going straight back. Okay, we're running it back. Down the hole again. Alright. Oh shit, I didn't bring food. Fuck. Alright, no food run. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully we find some mushrooms or something, because I might be in trouble. I'm gonna have to reset if I, like... if I can't find anything. Anyways. Look, it's already spring 20th. I'm running out of time. No. I was able to... I had the bus so early, I attended the Desert Festival and got my strawberry seeds there, so I didn't have to worry about any stupid egg festivals taking up an entire day. Yeah, that's where we're at now. And the best part is, I can do that pretty consistently now. That's like, just like... That's a terrible floor one. I want a new floor one. Oh my god. Also a terrible floor one. Hold on, hold on, hold on. You see that? It's a fucking mushroom. We need that. Also, look at this. My fishing and stuff paid off so much. So I got an iridium band from the fishing chest, and I got a lucky ring from the Skull Cavern during the Desert Festival. This is what I'm wearing my first trip into the Skull Cavern. I also found both the Broken Trident and the Neptune glaive from fishing before I ever touched the regular mine. What make me go faster? Sorry. Just does which one make me go faster? Oh, the hat? No. Nope, nope. It's just styling. Oh, that still hit me. Emily gave it to me at the Desert Festival. I usually do, but sometimes I have to disable it for something. It makes browsing Discord really annoying because it truncates all the names and I can't tell what people are saying. But yeah, for the sake of the background noise, I should. You're right. Honestly, Discord's settings menu is so fucking annoying. Like, if there was there should be like an easy way to turn it on and off. Need like a hotkey. Like, give me a hotkey streamer mode. Wait, streamer mode is on. What are you talking about? Did something come through? Uh-oh. What are you talking about? Okay, Sass, now I'm confused. What are you talking about? Oh no, I have my status disabled. I don't want Discord fucking telling people what I'm doing. It doesn't display shit on there. That's what's going on there. I see. Okay. I use streamer mode to disable the notifications and stuff. But nobody needs... Yeah, no. I don't... nobody's interacting with me anyways. I'm not... My point... Discord doesn't exist for me to be annoying. That's not my focus with it. It also feels kind of amateur, if that makes sense. Like constantly pushing your stream in other people's face is like something that like beginner, like new streamers who aren't confident in their content do. And like no criticism on if somebody's doing that. Like if you want to, you know, try to push for as much exposure as you can, that's fine, I get it. But like at the same time, I don't feel like I need to do that. I feel like, you know, people are going to find me if they like me, and they're not, you know, whatever, right? Oh, man. Okay, here's a weird problem to have. Too many, shafts on the no food run. Maybe we can find a crab cake. Sweet. Can we find another? Oh, this is one. One is fine, though. One is good because those heal a lot. So, like, emergency, we got the crab cakes. Definitely gonna put that up there. Easy access location, you know? I mean, no, normally too many shafts is a great problem to have, but, like, right now I'm just not, like, physically prepared for it, you know? Or emotionally, honestly, if we're being honest. That's level 9 mining, which is sweet, because we gotta get to level 10 so that we can start selling our bars. Like, you can't actually make money off the Skull Cavern until you get level 10 mining, because you need the blacksmith profession to actually profit. Like, you're losing, like, a third of your money if you don't get that first. Okay, we definitely need to... Okay, the carrot is good. We want the carrot because we want to eat the carrot. The spoon... Have we donated the spoon? No, we'll hold on to that. We can toss the slime, because slime is worthless, like, basically 100% of the time. Oh, I don't think we need that wood either, though. That should just, like... As soon as you get the Galaxy Sword, and I've also got the Iridium Band, and, like... Serpents just turn into, like, such pushovers so fast. Okay, there we go. I think that's good for now. Alright, goodbye, regular coconut. Okay, the ghosts are kind of, like, upset, like, disconcerting. Uh-oh. Shit, I'm stuck because of the mummy. I gotta eat this. That was actually really close. Okay, we survived, but that was actually like a close. That was close. Okay. Too close for comfort. Whoa. Okay, hold on. It's actually more efficient. Oh my god. Let's do this. Let's do this. Wait. Can we get the last one? Can we get the last one? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Sweet. And we got a life elixir, which is really nice to have, too. Ooh, 2 of them! And I haven't even planted my fields yet. This is the other great thing about doing early Skull Cavern. You just get sweet shit. Another 13 in the same run is crazy. That's 2 13s in one run. We are getting shafted so hard this run. We're definitely making floor 100 this time. want those carrots. I want to eat those carrots. Yeah, Skull Cavern, no food, no problem, right? Look at us, we're crushing this. Ooh, another prism. What are we ditching for this one? Alright, goodbye, silver coconut. Haley's not gonna love me that much after all. Shit. Battery. Nice. And there we go, level 100. Fucking rain totems again. I didn't need to catch the legend. You know what? I'm gonna drop the spoon. We don't even need this. We'll get it all. We'll get all of the artifacts later. It's such a non thing. Hey Jojo, what's up? We're here. We're crushing the Skull Cavern. We're already at floor 100 by 7 p.m. on spring 20th. You know, just regular Stardew stuff. Hey, well, happy birthday, Joe. Oh, no. Can I craft stairs yet? Is my mining level high enough to craft the glorious stairs? It is. Okay, good. Feel. If it's not private, how old are you? I know I believe, if I recall, you were uncomfortably young. And by that, I just mean I'm fucking old. So, you know, yeah, that's exactly what I meant. Congrats. Like, I mean, uncomfortable only because it's a reminder of my own mortality, not anything weird. You know, I was 21 once, back in the day. Alcohol age. Oh, see, I live in Canada where we have freedom, so I don't even think about that. Yeah, when phones had buttons. Man, I learned... Okay, wait. Man, buttons. Fucking... What is it in Japan? It's like 20 in Japan, right, Sass? I think I learned that from anime. Shit, I don't have anything to toss. I guess it's gotta be the... Wait, oh, these. We don't actually need the amethysts. They're not important. Like, they're useful, but they're not important. Yeah, so most of Canada, I would say, like, 70% of Canada is 19, and then, like, 30%, including where I am, is 18. So... So, like, I get to... It's a very weird experience. I mean, okay, so phone booths were not very popular here. Like, I'm aware of them, but I never, like, used an actual booth. I definitely remember payphones, though. Like, I used payphones extensively when I was, like, young to, like, phone home and stuff, because, like, kids didn't have cell phones then. I mean, adults didn't have cell phones then, you know? That's how old I am. Payphones, definitely. Booths, not so much. Not here. They are, yes. I'm just saying we didn't really have the ones in booths, right? Locally. Ours were all unboothed and, like, just open to the elements. Fuck. I worked in an internet cafe. They don't exist in North America, Sass. I don't know, like almost non-existent here. I know there are definitely other parts of the world where they're still more common, but I worked in an internet cafe. It was an interesting job. Like right when I was like around 18 years old. It was it was a tough job. I worked like grueling 12-hour shifts. I would show up in the morning, dust off all the computers. That would take me about 30 minutes or so. Then I would sit down at the front desk, you know, and log into World of Warcraft. And then like 11 hours later, I would have to like get up and turn off all the computers and lock the doors and go home. And it was a hell of a day. I know, it was rough. Like mentally draining. Every time I'd run like a dungeon, I'd be like, sorry guys, I might have to like bail for a moment, I'm working. Okay, we got 200 iridium on like our second run. This is amazing. Just a fantastic time here. All skill, of course, but... Yeah, I mean, it paid like $7 an hour, which was the minimum wage at the time. That was the biggest problem with it. You know, that was ultimately why I left. Also, it wasn't, like, making very much money, and I'm pretty sure the fucking owners were just had it open for tax reasons by that point, but... You know, as an 18-year-old kid, I thought it was great. Can we get like 300? Man. We're close, but we're not quite gonna get there, eh? Yeah, 266. I mean, actually, you know what? With a crazy enough room, I could conceivably do it. Yeah, like right here. Oh my god, yes, we're gonna hit 300. $306, let's go. How deep it goes like infinite. I mean, there's an integer limit, like 64,000 or something like that. Like, you reach the actual upper limit of, like, the data type, but... Level 10 mining in 2 days. Look at this shit. We can start selling our bars tomorrow, and, like, now we're set. We're fucking set. Okay, so you know what we need? We need more furnaces. Oh, our kids are long dead. Okay, perfect. I need to take a day off to, like, do a few things, and I think might be somebody's birthday, or we might have already missed a birthday, but I wasn't not going to the Skull Cavern yesterday. It was too good. '20th was Shane. Okay, yeah, Shane's a nobody. We can handle Shane. Perfectly normal practice, cleaning your keyboard without unplugging it. Alright, how did we do? We got 2 batteries, which is crazy. 300 iridium ore, which is like 90,000. So, off to a great start here. 2 shards. 43 omnis. We got 2 iridium sprinklers, also wild. What? Yeah, bro? Too much work. Okay, oh, I gotta replant too, right? Because this is like... Yeah, kale's 6 days, so then we're done on the 27th. Right, today's the kale day. We got a lot of stuff to do today. Okay. I need more furnaces, actually, is what I need. It's, yeah. Yeah, it is, you know, obviously professional Stardew player on a closed course. Don't try this at home, you know. All that good stuff, but yes. Then he gives me 10,000. Nice. Alright. Need a bigger... So, I gotta go to Robin. I gotta buy some shit from her. Like, we got a lot of money now. We're gonna get the big backpack. We're gonna do a bunch of stuff, right? So... Seeds and whatnot can come out of here. That can come out of here. Okay, hold on. Okay, what doesn't belong in here? That belongs. Those belong. Okay, yeah. Nope. Nope. Yes. Yes. No. No. Yes. Oh. Hold on. Need a bigger, yeah, I need the bigger chest real quick. Okay, seeds don't belong in here, though. Okay, perfect. Now I need my little algaes because I've... Oh, and the sprinkler's going to stay for the moment too, because... Okay, there we go. We're good, we're good. We're looking good. We need this just to cut down these. Got a bean. Alright, let's go take a real quick look at... I'm going to try and grab as many acorns as I can here. Oh yeah, look at all these acorns. Let's go. This is good shit. I should really cut down all the grass surrounding them so that they drop more, you know? Check out the cart real quick. Crayfish, goat cheese. Alright, nothing that matters. Assorted fruits. Perfect. Okay. Actually, we still need... Shit. We actually still need a few bars. Not quite enough here. I'm gonna go check the general store, the little job board here, just real quick, see what we got. What's up? 15 coals, Clint? Yeah, we can manage that, I think. Sure caught it myself. Sure did. Hey, you know what? I have a pomegranate for you. There you go. Love me. Oh, it's Sunday. That's the worst day for grabbing random forage. Yikes. Loves beer and drives the bus. Yeah, why do you think the bus was broken in the first place? And there was like skid marks on the road. You know? I think it's pretty obvious. Wait, I didn't need to go here. What am I doing? I'm wasting time. Shit, it's Haley. I wish I had a coconut for you, but my backpack is too small, so I have not managed to save one. Speaking of, let's buy a bigger backpack. Oh, skip the scene. Sorry, Pierre, I'm definitely Team Joja. Hey, it's the loser doctor. What's up, loser? Donate that and that. Is there any other donations that we need? No, that's all we got. Okay. What about at the mining chest? Let me check the mining chest. This is sort of a cleanup day. I'm just sort of like getting everything in order for tomorrow. Or, you know, whatever, so we can get back on our bullshit. Alright, weapons there, that's nothing. That can come home. That can come home. That's garbage. The baits can stay here for the moment. Bowings, bug meat, these all come home. Okay, and there's no deposits there. Okay. You get those last iridium bars, and then we'll just toss those at Clint real fast, and then... Save the crab, save these mushrooms. Those, and those go in there. Okay, now we literally just need these bars to finish. No, oh yeah, you gotta plant Kelsey's. That's perfect. I can do that while I wait. Okay. Gotta hit Clint real fast before he closes so we can sell these bars, and then we can go up to Robin because we got a few things I need from Robin. And the money is flowing now. We don't need to... Yeah, the problem is, right, and like I get it, I wish that there were companies that made good mobile games too, but the problem is good mobile games make less money than shitty gachas, and it's just... Yeah, it should be more. Small town, it should be like at least like 40%. You know, like... Need that big chest recipe because big chests are great. Workbench. Then I need my not the lamppost. No, but they would, and they would make less money than your average gacha. That's the fucking problem, Sass. Trust me. There's a reason why they're doing this. They are good quality. Like, they're bad. Yes, okay. So, Hoyo Gachas require a decent phone to run. So that counters your first point. They're not even that fun, and they make infinity money. Good morning, Ride or Die. What's up? Yeah, every company that attempts to release like a legit mobile game fails. I haven't. No. I don't play. I hate mobile gaming. I don't even like mobile gaming on like an actual good device, like a Steam Deck or Switch. Like, I don't. Except good one. Except nobody goes in there. I'm like literally the only person who goes in there, except for the one like retired adventurer. Balatro is actually a good mobile game. Like, it's well suited to mobile. I don't really enjoy the game, but like it's a game that like perfectly like works on mobile, right? All right. Well, there is like just out of boredom, fighting in the mines because they got nothing better to do. Abigail's 10 heart event, like if you marry her, is like she comes into the mines and you find her there. Like literally, like you find her on like floor 20 of the mines. That's where you trigger it. That's the wrong floor. Why did I go down to get the resources? Yeah, but they're not like us, okay? They don't have our abilities. We are special. Look, my headcanon is that Stardew is an isekai. Okay, and the only reason the MC can, like, level up their skills and cut down a forest single-handedly is because of the system, you know? We are literally leveling up our skills. Nobody else in town can level up their skills because that's not how it works, you know? Ruin it or make it better? I mean, there's been a few good ones, but no, it's usually used as a crutch for like bad storytelling. Okay, but the original British isekai was Chronicles of Narnia. Come on. Come on. Show some respect. Something like that good one. I actually love Chronicles of Narnia. Right up until the end, like it's a great story. It's a very fun fantasy story until like the very end of the last book where the lion is like, "Bro, I'm literally Jesus." And that's kind of when it loses me a little bit. But at that point I've already read like 6 books, so I guess he got me. Okay, seriously, where's like the coal? Where are the... No, good one. Isekai is specifically a transported to another world story. So it's like either, you know, it's a portal to another world or it's died and reincarnated in another world. Isekai is like when the character ends up transported to another world. It's not inherently bad, like say Chronicles of Narnia. It's been a classic plot for, you know, hundreds of years. Alice in Wonderland. It became a trend in anime in like the 2000s where it became like just this. They would just use it for like every show as a easy form of exposition and just lousy writing. And so specifically in like anime and light novels and stuff like that, it's frequently viewed unfavorably by, you know, some people. So. Like, not all other world stories are poor storytelling or poor writing, but really bad, lazy isekai became very common in anime and manga. And even when it comes to anime and manga, I mean, in Japan's defense, a lot of Western video games have god-awful writing and dialogue as well. So, you know. Fuck, have you ever actually read the story in, like, Diablo 3 or 4? Oh my god. I think I would rather an isekai. Like, Diablo 2 was okay, but, like, Diablo 3 was, like, oh my god. Like, you could tell everybody who was, like, a decent... Yeah, like, you could tell all of the decent writers had already left Blizzard by the time Diablo 3 came out, because, like, what the fuck was that? Like... Also, what about the part where, like, 70% of the way through, she just fucking dies, and everybody's like, oh well, guess we gotta kill Diablo now. And they never, like, and they never acknowledge her again. But it is a heavily story-focused game. Like, I mean, to the degree that many JRPGs and stuff are. But the difference is you can have... Yeah. Sorry, hold on here. Emphasis on story and dialogue. I mean, there are a lot of very well-written Japanese games, too, though. There's simply a lot of Japanese games. So I don't think it's actually, like, fair to single them out that way. But, oh, I need to buy salads while I'm here. Fuck, I almost forgot. Here, you have a beer. Okay, what about, like, any Mass Effect game ending with a number greater than 2? That's a heavily dialogue and story-focused game. What's a Japanese game with bad writing? Any game that starts with the word Tails. I think that is a common complaint. I do not think it is, I do not think it's necessarily fair. Like, it also feels like you're being kind of narrow and you're picking a genre that is heavily represented in Japanese games and maybe less represented in Western games. Like, what would you say is a heavily story-focused Western game? Just as a... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get the comparison here as well. That's also what I'm wondering. Right? Like, JRPG is both a genre and like, very Japanese, but also kind of a genre, right? And a decent number of the older ones had better writing than some of the newer ones. Expedition 33 is painfully French, but yes, it is pretty well written. What's up, Vanilla Honey? How you doing? I did very much enjoy Expedition 33. You don't see a lot of, like, Western turn-based RPGs, though, right? Whereas it feels like with the Japanese comparison, that's mainly the genre we're pulling from. I never did so. I made the mistake of playing... I didn't have a ton of... Yeah. Although I wouldn't say Dark Souls has good writing, so... It does have a bit more, like, what somebody might consider a Western aesthetic, though, for sure. I could see somebody not knowing and thinking that. Look, Miyazaki was just a big Berserk fanboy. That's all it was. That's literally the entire origin of Dark Souls is... Dude loved Berserk. Yeah, that's what I mean. When people talk about Japanese games having bad writing, I feel like they're frequently referring to JRPGs. And there are, honestly, a lot of JRPGs with bad writing. But, like, Japanese games are much broader than that, right? How's the run going? Fantastic so far, actually. Very, very happy with it. Feels like I'm making excellent timing. Oh, yeah, it's heavily influenced. Not just references, but the entire setting and vibe and stuff like that is very, like... I mean, he's admitted it was one of his big influences, and it definitely shows if you're familiar with Berserk at all, right? Like, unfortunately, Berserk has been adapted as an anime twice, and they're both kind of terrible, so it's a read-only experience. That's awesome. Do you know about my YouTube channel, Vanilla Honey? I set up a YouTube channel specifically for VODs so that I can have, like, a VOD archive. So that has... starting from the entirety of my first spring perfection run, as well as the new ones as they come up. So, just in case. Games by Obsidian. Obsidian has decent writing, but like, what about Bethesda? Good one. You're gonna tell me that Bethesda has good writing? Because, come on. I'd rather play fucking Tales. Perfect. Okay, I just wanted, because I know you like watching VODs, I just want to make sure you knew about it. That's awesome. Like, because I'm a partner, I do get 60 days on my VODs on Twitch, so there's still lots of them available on Twitch, but I know some people prefer watching on YouTube, and also 60 days is not infinite, so... Oh, I'm curious. I mean, he's pretty good at the action stuff, right? Like, I've watched him play, Prairie King. I feel like he can definitely probably master Hollow Knight if he wants to. Woo, woo. Oh, we got an owl. Level 3 farming, let's fucking go. Level 4 farming. Jeez, what do we sell here? Just the kale and... Yeah, I mean, for most streamers, it's 2 weeks, right? Which is very, very short. Oh, you know what? I remember Ghost Trick being... They announced it during, like, the fucking Capcom Cup one year. It was a big deal. Well, as a content creator, I gotta say, one of the reasons why it's hard to push somebody to... Yeah, I would like it if he did, too. I don't... Someone... Oh, no, don't be annoyed today. God. Shit. Do I go to the Skull Cavern anyways? What do I do? I don't have my axe, so, like, the non-Skull Cavern stuff that I have to do today, I, like... So. Yeah, so I disagree with the fundamental premise that Japanese games are worse written. I think there are a lot of badly written Japanese games, yes. There's also a lot of badly written American games, and I don't see a trend other than people like to hate on Japanese games, but... The one thing I'm going to ask is let's all keep it friendly as far as, like, this discussion goes. Okay. I think I got to go to the Skull Cavern anyways. I don't think I have anything else to do, so just put on my luck ring and wing it, I guess. Oh yeah, mods are going to break. If you use mods, you should be worried about the 1.7. No, dude, no. Good one. No. Okay, seriously, go back to like 2010 and watch like any episode of like X-Play. It actually used to be really like in to like act like okay. Everyone has retconned anime and JRPGs and stuff like that because they're mainstream and accepted now. In the early 2000s, it was extremely, like, common to, like, make fun of and, like, hate on that sort of shit. And, like, anybody who was into it was, like, nerdy in like a bad way. Very common. Like it's almost been, again, I'm old, okay? Trust me, I was there. Like Western games journalism used to shit on JRPGs, like constantly. They're popular now, right? Like back in like the early 2000s, like they would, yeah. Fucked up. Okay. Okay, we need these, we need that. Oh, I don't have a lot of coffees. At least we can get the eels. Do I have any coffees left, or did I eat them all? I ate them all. Wow, we're one coffee. Yeah, they definitely had fans, good one, but they were not mainstream in the way they are now. Yeah. Like, it's not like they weren't successful. You know, games were still selling, people were buying them, but it was, like, more niche, and it was definitely not viewed favorably by, like, the, you know. You had the exceptions. You had stuff like Final Fantasy VII and stuff like that that, like, people were really into. But then, like, if you played anything more obscure than that, it was, like... I mean, it's all in the video, Roland. Skull Cavern. Okay, pay attention. Pay attention. I am going to teach you right now, okay? We're doing this. Uh-oh. I think I forgot my... Uh-oh. Yeah, I did. I forgot a lot of my bomb ingredients. We'll see if I have enough. Or if I have to start over, but... And JRPGs were not as, like, disparaged as anime itself, but they were definitely, like I said, like, you can pull up old episodes of, like, X-Play and shit, where people would, like, where they would make fun of Japanese RPGs. Oh, wait. I have one coffee. It's wild to see now, too, because they've been so accepted for so long, but... No, it is not. Bad Luck Day, luck matters a lot for the mines. Because it impacts your likelihood of, like, finding staircases. And so, no. Bad luck is very bad for the mines, but I got nothing else to do today, so we're going in anyways. See, I would have already found the staircase by now if I had good luck. So there is definitely, okay, but remember, if you're looking up discussion of writing in Japanese games, there's an inherent bias there to, like, people who give a shit. And so anytime I see that sort of discussion, there's always, like I said, it feels like a certain bias against Japanese games. Like, people have been exposed to certain series like Tales and stuff like that, which do genuinely have terrible writing. And as a result, they tend to just, like, you know, when somebody says, like, Japanese games overall have worse writing, first of all, that's a huge claim to make. And second, I wonder how many Japanese games they've actually played, because a lot of them have great writing, you know? And it feels very, like, reductive to, like, refer to all Japanese games as this, like, monolith of, like, bad writing. Like, yeah, like, I don't think, like, say, Atlas games are, like, the pinnacle of fucking literature, like some people do, but they are better than average video game writing. You know, things like that, right? Yeah, the fanboys glaze Persona way too hard, so it kind of gets this weird rep, like being, like, super deep or something, which it definitely isn't. But, like, they are solidly written, compelling games, right? Yeah, exactly. But pretty much all the Atlas games, and also like Sega, like the Yakuza series and stuff like that, excellent. Even Trails is a little shonen-y. It's very like anime in its writing, but still pretty solid. Again, not as hard as the fans glaze it, but it is still like a competent. Right, and I guess I understand. You're right. You didn't group it all, but my argument there is I feel like it's not as common as you're implying. So, like, I guess I just disagree with the fundamental premise. There are a lot of bad ones, but all of the ones we just listed that we were talking about are AAA, like, prestige series. I think they have great writing, Last of Us 2 is not like, I wouldn't say the writing is bad, but it's I still don't like it because basically it's trying to be a movie. Definitely not the, whatever. Anyways, moving on. I do think that there's like a lot of good ones. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't feel like yeah. That's more what I was trying to say. I just wasn't getting it out very well. And then again, you look at like for every Baldur's Gate 3, you have a Dragon Age Veilguard. Like there's plenty of Western games where, like, I would say on average, there's been a lot of poorly written Western games lately too, right? Like it's. Man, BioWare's like right near me too. I used to actually, at one point, I was involved in some FGC stuff with a guy who worked for them. It's too bad. They've definitely, fallen off, so to speak. So yeah, just again, totally on a friendly level here. I'm not trying to shit on anybody, but to answer your question, why quadruple A gaming? Fuck. To answer your question, why do Japanese mainstream releases have worse writing? I can't because I don't think they do. There you go. That's my answer. To like specifically address the question. I think that there are lots of bad ones and lots of good ones, but I don't see a noticeably significant, trend versus, say, Western games. That's my official answer to the topic. Obviously, you're free to disagree. Everyone can, good and bad is subjective, but when it comes to like quality, I've enjoyed some games with shitty writing. But no. Borderlands is weird because the bad writing kind of worked for about the first two. And then I feel like there was like a tone change where they started to think... Yeah, like, in Borderlands 2, I actually found a lot of it funny because it's, like, cringe as fuck. But it knows it's cringe, and I don't think it, like... Exactly. Like, in 2, it was just, like, naturally cringe. And in 3, it's... A, I'm a little tired of it because at best it's more of two. And B, it definitely wasn't as, like, genuine. Persona, yeah, I mean, there's, like, I can't go through every Japanese game I've ever played that I think had good writing. But, like, Yakuza fell off, but, like, the older ones, like, it maintained a fairly high quality for years, right? Like, it... okay, so for JRPGs, I think Persona is fairly well written. Do not listen to the fans, okay? First of all, the fans are way too into it. They will tell you it's some sort of fucking psychological masterpiece, which it is not, okay? It is a high school anime, and it is well written for a high school anime, okay? Oh, Nier, yeah, people like Nier. But I do love Persona. 5 is probably the strongest, writing-wise. There is a remake of 4 coming out, but... Persona has the Final Fantasy structure where they don't connect. You can play any one of them, so don't hesitate to, like, start with 5 if you're interested in the series. In fact, I would strongly recommend probably starting with 5 if you're interested in the series. Well, I don't know about great. I'm not sure any video games have great writing, okay? Hold on. We said good. Like, I think the best video games largely fall short in the strictly writing area from, like, a lot of other forms of media, okay? I do think video games are art. I also think that the nature of video games restricts some of the ways they can... It allows you to tell stories in other ways, but also frequently... sometimes the structure of the video game itself necessitates writing in ways that wouldn't be, you know, I don't know. Okay, what else did we talk about? I would not recommend Trails to somebody on the basis of you want to play a game with good writing, especially how dated it is. I think it is better than average, but I don't think it would be a good answer to... Yeah. And I think it's the interactive nature of it. I think it's very difficult to both have a satisfying, like, mechanical loop and also a fully compelling story. You know, I think that's just a video game thing, right? And then you get the Last of Us sort of effect where, yeah, they're just trying to be... They're basically not trying to be a game anymore. On the other hand, you know, the whole... Kojima's, like, the master of, like, I would rather be making movies than games. And his stuff's pretty good. Wait, yeah. You know? I mean, it's definitely out there. Like, it's very, like, out there sci-fi bullshit usually, but I think it's, you know... Would you say his stuff's well written? I don't know. His stuff's weird. I don't even know if it's well written. I can't tell. All right. That's what I mean, because people inherently view the interactive portion of video games as inferior or not art. And I fundamentally disagree with that. But I do think the nature of them as an interactive medium limits the amount of traditional storytelling. Like, the best games tell the story through a combination of both writing and the experience itself. Yeah, that one is Western. Yeah, that's, I mean, it's not American, but it's, I think Western is, you know, Europe was traditionally the West, right? When most people say Western, they mean stuff originally written in English, I think, on the internet. That's more or less where we're at as a society. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about English language games, right? I have no bombs, and it's complicated. Okay, I got some megas now. Look, I mean, if you ask Americans, Kuroshi, probably. It's funny how much the author of the Witcher series hates the games. He doesn't think video games are art, that's for sure. Like, yeah. I suspect it will be. Witcher 3 was pretty good. Mechanically, I hate the Witcher games. Even 3. 3 is the most playable of all, but the others are like... The reason why people only talk about the Witcher 3 is because the others are basically unplayable. But after Cyberpunk, you know, they've come a long way. With just good writing, yeah. Well, I mean, the stuff that we were listening... hold on. It's tough to think about that, like... I'm looking up just stuff I've played here. Well, okay, but you only listed a couple games in your defense either. So, like, this entire thing has been about, like, maybe, like, 6 titles. I need another bomb. Steins Gate's more of a visual novel. I actually think Steins Gate is very fun as a story. I don't know if I enjoy the... I don't really enjoy visual novels, to be completely honest. It's a good story, though. I really enjoyed the anime. No, I understand. I understand that. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, no, they 100% they are. All of his games are. I was saying I don't know if his games count as good or not. I genuinely can't tell. They're crazy and they're inventive and they're all over the place. Very like wild sci-fi type of shit, right? I also think it depends on the type of content. So, yeah, some, like, say, like, Final Fantasy X is often regarded very highly as far as, like, writing goes. Whereas, like, some of them are really quite terrible. I think 7 is a weird game because, like, I don't think 7 is a bad game, but it's not nearly as good as the fans of 7 act like it is, and so... You know, it feels like you have to shit on it just to be, like, even. You know? Yeah, yeah, everything about 7 is okay. Like, it's not the worst Final Fantasy. It's definitely not the best Final Fantasy, though. It's probably not even top 3. But people act like it's the best JRPG ever made. Yeah, okay, I'm actually curious. Okay, this might help, actually. This might help. And this isn't in any sort of critical or argumentative way. What Japanese games have you played that you think are examples of decent writing or of particularly bad writing? Just to get a feel for, like, how we're reacting here. Because, like, one of the things about The Witcher's very different content-wise as far as writing goes than, say, like, most Japanese games. It's dealing with certain types of, like, styles, I guess, that you see less commonly in, like... I think a big thing about 7, too, was it was a whole new generation's, like, first introduction to Final Fantasy, and in the West, for many players, first introduction to a JRPG at all, you know? And I think that's a big part of where the obsession with it comes from. Like... Right? Like, an entire generation, it wasn't just their first Final Fantasy, it was their first JRPG. Like, people who didn't have a Super Nintendo and started gaming on the PlayStation. This is not my best run. What do we... I don't know how much Iridium I have either, because I didn't, Yeah, I mean, don't get. None of us think that FF7 is an example of a well-written game. It's pretty. I just got an auto petter on Spring 22nd. That's fun. Torture is strong, though. I wouldn't have said Final Fantasy VII is torture, so that might be indicative of something. But okay, well, not caring for the gameplay, that's obviously nothing to do with the writing and would make the game much more torturous to get through if you genuinely didn't enjoy the gameplay. Pretty hard to force yourself through any game if you don't enjoy the gameplay. But yeah, like I said, the earlier Yakuza games I think are really... They did such a great job of, like, towing the line between, like, goofy and, like, serious and heartfelt. And they've definitely... The problem with all the recent stuff that I've seen is it just seems that they've gone so heavy towards the goofy. You know? And they no longer, like, deliver on the, like, same sort of, like... Oh, you also talked about... Sass, you were telling me how they were rewriting stuff in ways that was pretty janky, too. Yeah, you already started to tell me this, I think. Something about a new faction that's kind of shitty and behind a bunch of stuff, and then people are alive who shouldn't be, and, like, that sort of shit. Oh, that's never good. And that was the stuff with, like, the new faction and whatnot, like... I do think that there's I do think part of this conversation comes down to the fact that a lot of Japanese games have a different writing style that I don't think is objectively bad, but is different from, say, how Western games approach things. Like, consider, like, anime versus, like, say, Western shows. There's a different tone to them, right? And I think some people are specifically looking for that Western tone and view that as the idea of good writing. Yeah. So I think some people will complain about Japanese games and be like, they don't have good writing, when in fact what they're actually saying is, I don't like the style of writing that these games have. Now, that's not true for some. Some are genuinely just bad. I stand by, like, the Tales games are not good, you know? Like, those sorts of things, right? There's a lot of bad Japanese games, but even when it comes to the good ones. All of them are boring as fuck to... Hey, that's not true! God damn it, Sass. Hey, Painsley, what's happening? How you been? Okay, that's good. You like, okay, I question, do you like anime? Do you like anime, and if so, which ones? Look, Saz is Japanese, so he's the only one here who gets to shit on Japan with no, like, repercussions. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, you don't like... Okay, which Japanese shows do you like if you don't watch anime? I'm just sorry. Well, most of the time when people say Japanese shows, they just mean anime, so I just assumed. My bad for assuming. Alright, I think that was a pretty underwhelming skill cavern attempt, but we were so busy. I was so engaged in the random bullshit conversation that I have no idea how well I actually did on that run. Oh yeah, okay. Trevor, I usually end every one of these runs with like a stack of auto petters in my chest. So like, while getting the first one is good, because I do generally kind of need two, I'm rarely excited by them. Like, I'm so jaded towards auto petters as a concept at this point. Oh, and I didn't get any crab cakes either. Lame. Like, I forgot to even be excited by the auto petter. Yeah, my last run, I think I had one in each barn, and I think I had like 6 in a chest that I just wasn't using. It's just about the quantity of Skull Cavern, right? You know, the reason why I have 300 Iridium and, you know, and 4 Prismatic Shards on Spring 23rd. Is just quantity of Skull Cavern is what it's all about, ultimately, right? Alright, I need some wood. Wait, my axe should be ready today, right? This is axe day? Okay. Hold on. We need to upgrade the hoe. Okay. Wait, no, we can't yet. We can't upgrade it yet because, you know. Which one is that? The quality of the animation. Interesting. Like, I think there's a lot of great animation in anime these days. The thing with anime is as it's become more popular and more accessible, people are being more exposed to the stuff without good animation. There's still lots with very good animation, though. I think Season 2 wasn't as good animation-wise, was it? If I remember correctly? I don't know. I don't know. I just work here. Like, I have this urge to watch it just because it's so popular and I want to have an opinion on it, but I hated Season 1 so much. It's so jank. Oh, yeah, don't do that, Sass. You're trying to defend Japanese writing. Don't recommend fucking Grand Blue to somebody. Like, what are you doing? God, the anime was so ass, too, by the way. No, but you don't want somebody playing Grand Blue. That's not gonna do anything for anything. Okay? I know. Speaking of terrible animation, jeez. Like, it wasn't like, it was, like, terrible in, like, the CG way, not, like, the, you know, One Punch Man characters sliding across the screen way. Did they really? What did they do? They animated it on their lunch break? Like, it looked fucking terrible. Oh, we just went to ads. Alright, what am I doing here? Oh shit, Fish Pond is ready. Oh, Tuesday though. Okay. In non-action scenes, I don't know. You're sounding really picky to me. I'm gonna be honest here, and I'm not trying to like, like see, like okay. As opposed to what though? Like, can you point me to like a Western show where people are like animated during non-action scenes? Like, I'm not talking about the old, like, 90s, 80s trope where they just animate the mouth and everybody just freeze frames for fucking 3 minutes straight. I get that. But that's not the case in, like, most modern shows with decent budgets. So that's the part I don't understand, I guess. That's what I mean. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm curious what an example of a show with less static animation during non-action scenes is, just so I can get a better grasp on what good one is like proposing as a concept. Because obviously, I think most media is more static during, you know, well, live action, but we're talking about animation. Okay, that's fair, yeah. I mean, honestly, this is just curiosity. Like, when you say something like that, I wonder what you mean. I'm definitely not trying to just argue. I don't actually like arguing. I like understanding, if that makes sense. Well, I mean, you got a bunch from Sass already. I agreed with some of them. Yeah, Devilman Crybaby is a very... I mean, I liked it, but it is a very specific experience. It's not really, like, a good example of anything, you know? But yeah, animation-wise, it was insane. I mean, some of mine were literally the same. I was going to bring up Persona and, again, Persona, like I said, it is very, my only disclaimer is it's very high school anime. And some people are turned off by high school anime as a premise or a setting. But I think it's very well written high school anime, right? So if that works for you, then that's great. But, Dragon Ball Z is an anime. Yeah. Also, I think the other thing is good writing is layered too, because it's like, okay, when we say good writing, do we mean like a good plot, good prose, good dialogue, like I think like Persona, for example, has better dialogue than plot, right? And I think a lot of Japanese games actually can have pretty strong dialogue as long as the localization is strong. It depends on how, like, translation's always an issue. That's another thing too, right? Like, translation can really hamper the enjoyment of it. If it's poorly localized, if it's poorly translated, yeah, it's funny. You know, as far as Persona goes, I actually think that 4 Golden has the best writing, but it by far has the worst gameplay. You gotta wait for the, like, the problem with 4 is 4 mechanically and graphically is dated as fuck. And it is a difficult game to get through unless you really love Persona. But the character writing and the way the story sort of develops and stuff like that, I think is very good. But everything else about the game drags it down. And so it's like, whereas Persona 5 is a much more balanced experience, even though I don't think the overall writing is as good. You know? I think Metaphor, like we talked about Atlas, and I think Metaphor is mostly good. It's a little bit generic and it fails to deliver on a few points. But I think a good metaphor is a weird one because like a lot of it is good, and then some of it is not. So it's sort of like a weird, you know. I think it sets up a much more interesting plot than it pays off. Let's put it that way. That is weird, Sass. I agree with you. That is weird. Okay, where was I? What the fuck was I doing? Okay, we were going to Clint. And now we're going to go tear down most of my farm. It's an interesting conversation that I think is kind of difficult to have because writing is still very subjective, right? Yeah, the lore of Tekken is pretty wild. You know, and it's funny because like I don't think like From Software games have good writing, but holy shit, do they have some of the best world building. Like they do really create this fascinating atmosphere. And they do it by telling you as little as possible about anything that's happening, and it's infuriating. And yet it still works, which is like a testament to how good they are at like teasing out the idea of the world. Yeah, I'm not nearly as, I'm not talking about the fanfictions. I don't watch the fucking fanfictions. That's what I'm saying. The writing isn't good, but the world building's fascinating. Right? Like, the fact that there is so much fanfictions and so many, like, you know, videos of people speculating is because it really does a great job of, like, sort of, like, sparking the imagination with these poorly formed ideas, you know? That's what I'm saying. That's, like, my entire point. Man, I couldn't tell you a bunch of well-written Western games off the top of my head either. I don't think video games are that well-written most of the time, like I said. So, like, I'm not the best person for this. I do agree with most of Sass's recommendations, though. Okay, fuck off. I said Persona before Sass even did, so... Okay, no, that's personal. This is a gotcha. Conversation over. Not interested anymore. I'm trying to play a game here as well. I'm not your personal, you know... Sorry, I actually need to focus on these ones, because this is where we need to plant, so... I brought up Persona before Sass, I brought up Kojima before Sass, I brought up plenty of stuff, you're just not listening, so... Fuck off. Oh, chat is fine. Chat is fine in general. I just don't like being accused of shit that I'm not doing. Like I'm dodging a question or something when I have actually given answers and, Okay, where are my salads at? We're out of energy here. Yeah, because we were waiting on the fucking upgrade. Yeah, I reset. Oh, Kuroshi knows they're fine. Don't worry. They know they're fine. Kuroshi's like that sort of like friendly, like... Troll is too strong of a word. Right? Like, not trolling, but likes to comment on things. Commentator? I don't know. It amuses me though. We're cool. All right, what do we got here? 11. I need a bunch of each of these, but we're gonna keep doing. Yeah, commentator. No, I'm just saying, like, yeah, that is how it comes off, and the fact that you have listed, like, 3 things whenever confronted with what you like as well feels very disingenuous that you're, like, saying I didn't list anything, right? And so, I am annoyed at this point, yes. Successfully annoyed, so that's where we're at. That's what I'm saying. He's like, I could list all these Western games. He said Witcher 3, that's it. That is literally the only thing they said that was an example of a good writing. I kept asking for examples to sort of try to, like, bounce off of that, and didn't get any either. And then I'm the one who's not answering. So. But, like I said, I would like to move on from the subject at this point. Google is out there. So. Where am I going? What was I doing? Okay. Keep chopping. Yeah, we're fixing up the... We did restart, that's why the farm is ass, like you said. And I've only just recently got the pickaxe finished to the point where, like, I can actually start, like, cleaning it up. Or the axe finished. This is an important part of, like, cleaning it up, right? I used to get, like, mad on stream a lot when I was playing Magic, and I don't want to do that anymore, so, like, that's just not the vibe I'm going for, so when I get frustrated, I kind of just want to move on from the topic. Because, like, especially now, like, I'm going to post this VOD, and then this is going to be there, and this conversation is going to be there, and that kind of bothers me a little bit. Because it's like, I don't care, but at the same time, like, you know, come on. Well, Magic was a really frustrating game, Sass. Fuck. I think it's an interesting conversation that largely went nowhere. Okay. Good. And now I can get that big chest. Swap this out. Put the other little one over here. Perfect. Anyways, positivity. What's everybody up to? What's your favorite video game story? Semi-related. Doesn't matter if it's Japanese or Western. What video game do you think had the best story? That, like, actually, like, really did it for you? Oh, wait, where's my... I need my hoe. That's not a hoe, that's a scythe. I need my scythe. Cyberpunk. Yeah, you did mention Cyberpunk. You liked it that much, eh? Zelda Breath of the Wild. For the story, really. That's an interesting choice. You have no reason to school. I mean, it's still on my, like, I've watched a lot of content about it, but I have not actually played it. It's on my to-do list someday. But, like... For the story, Phantom, I don't believe you. I could play it, I know, but like, when am I gonna fucking play it? That's the problem. That's the question, right? Okay, I mean, that is a great reason to love it. And good for it, because gaming is great, and welcome back. Gaming missed you. Super Mario Bros. 3 had a story? What was it? I must have missed it. Bowser kidnapped the princess? Did he? Did he kidnap the princess? What was the fucking story in Super Mario Bros. 3? God damn. It was the princess again, right? It was the same story, like literally the same story as Super Mario Bros. 1. I mean, I think Super Mario Bros. 3 is a great game. I have a hard time believing it's your favorite game story. That's all I'm saying. Fantastic game, though. Fantastic game. Mario Odyssey is an amazing game. I feel like it's like easily one of the, maybe the best title on the Switch, but doesn't get the credit that I think it deserves. I don't know. Everyone loved it when it came out and kind of forgot about it. Don't take this personally, because I obviously understand it's personal to you, but I think Odyssey is a far better game than Breath of the Wild and doesn't get half of the respect. What? No, Mario 3 did not have a playable Peach. Mario 3 was just Mario Luigi with raccoon tails. It was the same shit. Yeah. That's what, as I said, it's not personal. It's not personal. I know how much you love Breath of the Wild. You just told me. But, so, like I said, I'm not gonna go into it because, like I said, I don't want to offend you or anything here. You know, I'm trying to be friendly. I don't actually like Breath of the Wild very much, but I'm really glad that you enjoyed it so much and that it got you back into gaming. Right? Like that's a personal experience, and my opinion is irrelevant when it comes to that. So, Goonies 2 on the NES. Now there's a title. Damn. Horrified? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why I wasn't going there. Hold on, let's not shit on Breath of the Wild. Paisley just shared that it was one of their favorites and, you know, it's important to them. And that I'm not trying to, that's not what I'm trying to do here. I've played Breath of the Wild. What? You still have your original NES? Nice! I don't have my NES, I have my N64. I mean, it's a wildly popular game, right? People love it, so. Okay, how many... Oh, another game? Like, good writing game? Or what? What are you talking about here? Do you really like... And is Western? Oh, which one? Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh, that I haven't played. I've heard good things. I've heard good things, but I have not played it personally. Okay, newer, like Breath of the Wild, or newer, like... If you like the original Zelda, you know, have you played, like, Link's Awakening or Link to the Past? Because, like Breath of the Wild is obviously a departure from the classic Zeldas. Like, it's an open world game. It's got a completely different sense of progression. And I don't mean that as, like, a critical thing. It's a different experience, right? Games are different. So if somebody really enjoyed that particular type of gameplay, Breath of the Wild doesn't offer it. Fuck off, Sass. That is low level bait. That is not even good bait. So if you like the original, I would try moving up just one generation to A Link to the Past, which I think is one of the best video games ever made. And it's definitely more like an advanced version of like the original Zelda. You know, in that it's still structurally very similar, just obviously with much better art and like more complexity of items and stuff like that. You know, it's funny because MiHoYo is like a billion-dollar company whose entire business model has been like, what if we just made copies of the shit we like? Like literally, like, and then we make them into like gacha games. You know, when they started the company, they were all playing like third-person. I know it's not just MiHoYo, but few companies have done it as successfully as them, right? Like, they get credit for being very good at it. When they started the company, they were playing third-person action games, and they were huge Evangelion fans, and they made a fucking mobile action game about girls in, you know, battle suits kicking things. And it made a lot of money. And then they used that money years later, 8 years later. Now they're all playing fucking open world Breath of the Wild games. And they were like, what do we spend our $1 billion on? And they made Genshin, which is so very obviously, you know, just... Ooh, nice. Oh, we did get level 5 farming. Sweet, okay. Cool. Girly coded? Genshin is $50 million a month Chinese coded. That's what it is. Good humor, perfect. Off to the mines. We yearn for the mines. Alright. Genshin's... I was gonna say, Genshin's audience is broader than that, but the fact... Yeah, but... It is, of the MiHoYo games, it's one of the broader ones, but yes. They do be like that. Okay. Boom. 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 Now back to over here. Still only 1 diamond. God damn. Alright, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Okay. Yes, and that is something that MiHoYo gets. 1 T away from perfection. Yeah, I mean, Nintendo still sells games despite that, but I agree. Why didn't you ship T sooner? Why did you wait so long to ship T? Just steal it from Caroline. I mean, they had some questionable choices, but a lot of it is very good. Let's be honest here. While MiHoYo has some misses, overall, I think the English voice cast is decent. Oh, yeah, yeah. You mean like that. Yeah, yeah. I know about that. Fair enough, fair enough. But as far as the quality of the actual voice acting goes, like, HSR in particular was quite good. Also, HSR was weird. It's one of the few situations where I've really seen, like, the English fandom to, like, really get into the voice actors. You see that with Japanese games a lot, where, like, the fans are really into the voice acting, but you don't see it as much with English games. Or even with English versions of, like, the same games, you know? It just doesn't... come up as much. Okay, some emergency stairs. That's actually kind of what I was getting at, Kuroshi. Thanks for your contribution. But, like, it really does feel like overall video game writing isn't great. You know, like, I wouldn't say it's particularly good, you know? Alright. Okay. Do I need it? I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't... I guess not. Yeah, this is probably everything, eh? I should have filled up the furnaces. Whoops. I'm not sure which one you're referring to there, Painsley, but... down we go. Look at the viewer number right now. Everybody heard we were debating video game writing and just came running. People love to have an opinion on shit. Honey Pop? Obviously. Oh, Data. Yeah, that was the one where they got a bunch of, like, semi-famous people to do the voices. I remember that. Like, internet famous people. Not real famous people. No. Woo, shaft. Shaft me. Let's go. 8. That's a good shaft. That's fair. That's fair. I haven't played it. I remember like it getting a bunch of kind of like... I mean, clip away. It doesn't fucking... I can't be held accountable for you clipping things out of context, okay? You know, that's not how this works. Ooh, diamond. Okay, don't let me forget, if anybody in the chat is actually paying attention to the video game, I must buy Speed Grow tomorrow. It is my last day to buy Speed Grow for the summer. We must not forget the Speed Grow. Oh, today is the flower dance. Oh my god. I fucked up. We can't go to the Skull Cavern today. I don't give away auto petters. What? I just have too many of them. I would happily give them away. Today's the flower dance. I fucking completely forgot. Whoops. Alright. You are what? What are you? Desperate for auto petters. Do more Skull Cavern. When somebody says it's so hard to get auto petters, I hear via the auto translation in my, you know, advanced gamer brain, I hear I don't do enough Skull Cavern. That's what it comes out to. Do you? Do you, though? I do more Skull Cavern in the first spring than most people do in their entire run. Like, I've watched people play. They're scared of the place. Look, I'm not saying you're scared of the place. I'm just saying lots of people are, and you could be. Can I play Isaac online with you? Wait, does Isaac have a real two-player mode, or does it just have that stupid baby follows you mode still? Fair, okay. It's okay to be scared, and it's okay to admit you're scared. That's very big of you. Oh, hey, I found my owl. Nice. Okay, see, I hadn't played anything, like, since, like... I don't know. I'm not very good at Isaac. Boot up the Isaac stream. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, but Hades is different. Point to the iframe dodge in fucking Isaac, please. You can't bait me, Sass. What time is it here? It's 5 in the morning. What time is it there? I don't know where there is, but what time is it? Oh yeah, East Coast. That's right, that's right. I remember now. You were East Coast. I think we talked about this. East Coast Canada, if I recall correctly. Okay, you're right, it's not East Coast, but... Look, it could be worse. You could be in Alberta, okay? I think it is banned, yeah. I think specifically banned. Like, it obviously, when it came out, people, like... Wish you were in Alberta. Now, the only good thing in Alberta is me, okay? So most of it... Okay, yes. The Atlantic time zone. We actually extend further east into Atlantic time, which is 1 hour later than Eastern. You're all correct. And then Newfoundland does their own bullshit with, like, some half-hour fake-ass shit. Doesn't make any sense. Really to what? The only good thing in Alberta is me? Yes, really. If you were referring to something else, you'll have to clarify. Okay, yeah. Yeah, really. Okay, time for a stupid flower dance that I resent having to waste most of my day on. That's it. That is it. That's basically it. Have I considered what? I consider lots of things. What have I considered, Sass? Oh yeah, that's in like about 4 hours or something, isn't it? Hours? I don't remember what time it was. The game is right away. It's in a few hours. It's dancing time. I'm not sure you ever knew, Sass. So wait, why would you rather be in Alberta, Bainsley? Because like the dance is worthless. I have to buy. There's an exclusive crafting recipe and scarecrow from the little shop stand. I have to waste the entire day attending the festival just to buy 2 items from the shop. Like the festival shop. It's horrible. Yeah, but like that's not worse than Alberta. That's the like I would much rather be in Ontario than Alberta. Like Ontario's not like my favorite place or anything like that, but compared to Alberta, yeah, I mean, I don't have anything specific that needs to be done tonight, so I'm just gonna go do some farming in the mine. I was clearing. I cleared up until, like, the festival, and now I'm going back to the mine. Everything's planted, and, like, all we're trying to do is get our money together for, shit, what do you call it? Stuff. I don't know. Starfruit. Starfruit money. That's right. I gotta go buy the speed grow tomorrow because it's my last day. I don't know. Well, then Jojo's not as important as the starfruit. We got to make sure we have the starfruit for the first. Jojo can wait until like a few days later. You know? Yeah, we'll do Jojo right away, but we got to get those fruits in the ground first. Because if I'm late a day on the fruits, then, you know, that's the end. We're fucked. It's over. I can be late a day on Jojo, no problem. Oh, there you go. You got family. That's actually a good reason. Plus, like, you know, I'm here, so that's pretty great, too. I can get people wanting to be closer to me. That seems like a good... it seems reasonable. Yeah, no, it's not about visiting, because, like, we don't know each other, right? But I feel like just knowing that I'm out there, that I'm around, probably has, like, a comforting, you know, effect on people, right? I assume. Oh, I don't have time to stalk anybody. Did we buy the speed grow? It's not Thursday yet. It's still Wednesday. It's the end of Wednesday. But thank you for reminding me. Like, literally do not have the time. Yeah, no. Oh, you thought I forgot? Oh, come on. Come on. I wouldn't forget. I would never forget. I'm much too good at this game to ever forget something. No, who would ever replay a game? Replaying a day is basically cheating. Says Flub, who definitely replays every day if it doesn't go perfectly. Yeah, that's... I know you do. Okay, just in time. Sweet. I did lose 1,000 G by not getting into the house in time, but we got the bars in the bin. That's what's important. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Speed grow money right there. Who has a doggo? I can't reveal that information on stream for security reasons. Note that they didn't say you're not annoying, only that you're forgiven for it. I want to go to the Skull Cavern today, but, like, I don't really have time, so, like, by the time I wait... Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here. We need to go see Robin today. That's what we need to do. Not currently. I have visitation with my ex's cats. But, yeah, but anime protagonists are usually insufferable, Sass. So, like, I don't know if that's a good thing. Oh, that's cool. Her cat was from, like, under the porch. Whoa, shit, I just did that wrong. Yes. That's the sort of like the weeb culture Japanophile thing where people act like anything Japanese is better just because it's Japanese. I have seen the memes. Definitely, well, people sometimes, as usual, people use the memes when it's not, you know, always entirely accurate. It is a real phenomenon. Yeah, that's weird. Like, I guess it just goes to show that, like, you know, everybody is somebody's fetish, right? Somewhere out there, you know? Look, this is my channel, dude. I can say whatever I want. Can't ban me. Okay. There we go. Farm looking a little bit less ass. Good morning, Logan. What is happening? And the 25th is nothing. Okay, Pear's birthday's on tomorrow. Sandy. I'm fairly confident one of them will be Sandy. I don't know on the others. Yeah, I'm going. That's actually what I'm doing here. I'm getting Sandy a flower. So... I mean, Clint is a candidate is definitely a Clint is a possibility. Gus is a possibility. The Wizard is a possibility. But they all have like reasons why, like maybe they're not the right choice. Whereas like Sandy is so obvious. Like she's single. She has almost no interaction with the other characters. She already has friendship written into the game, but she has no events. She's literally the perfect blank slate to develop as a candidate, right? Once Upon a Cats. Great name, and thanks for the follow. Alright, Like, I feel like Clint makes the most sense, but also, nobody likes Clint. So I feel like it you know, it doesn't make any sense for that reason. Right? And then, like... Alrighty, speed grow. Okay, I usually do 480. Do you think I can... things are going so well this time, I feel like I might be able to go harder than that. I mean, he didn't specify what time he's going to tweet at, did he? Pretty sure he didn't. So wait, 480... Okay, I'm going to shoot for the moon here. We're gonna go bigger than we have before. We'll see if we can do it. I need 230,000 for all the starfruit. And I'm gonna need... 72 sprinklers. Let's see if we can make this happen. I think I've got the money handled. I think that's actually, like, gonna be fine. Oh shit, look at all this forage. Look at it all, just chilling here. Wait, why is Pam off duty today? It's the 25th? Fuck's on the 25th? I don't know. Anyways. Okay, we're gonna put a rock candy in there, and we're gonna put... No, I guess everything of the speed growth can go in here. Okay, and now we're just gonna clear some more shit until those furnaces pop. Chopping down trees. A lot of downtime for the last few days here. Anytime I'm not in the Skull Cavern, I'm basically clearing and building on the farm. This is when we finally develop the farm. Should be ready by now. Perfect. I also need some... Where is it? Copper. One sec here. Which one, Logan? Come on, that's way too vague. I'll be right back. Just gonna take the ad break for just a second here. Alright, I'm back and we should be off ads. Oh yeah, so that's actually a problem with Twitch there, Becky. If you refresh during the ad block window, it will like restart the ads. It's annoying. Hopefully you're done now. Okay, a couple questions. Logan, you gotta be more specific. All our Premiere says or does is dumb shit, so that doesn't help. Way too vague. Becky, yes. The only mod I'm using is a visual mod that changes the character art. There's no gameplay mods. Okay. Oh, are we? Cool. Yeah, well, I mean, it won't pass, but of course we are. Hashtag not my premiere. Heading to Robbins to buy a silo and brought some gifts for the family. Want to get that silo built, though. What's up, Sass? Yeah, your English is terrible. No, no, your English is very good. You clearly spend too much time on the internet. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Do I have time? I got an hour? Fuck, I don't want to redo today. God damn it. Alright. Oh, was he? I mean, the referendum does nothing. Like, constitutionally and like as far as like rights, like provincial rights and stuff like that, though, a referendum is an official statement that like, yeah, no, you can't. They can't do shit. It's yeah, no, that much is obvious, Sass. Like you talk like somebody who spends too much time on the internet. Where's none of that? That's funny. Okay. No, like you sound like an average Twitch user. You definitely nobody would guess that that it wasn't your first language. Like it's fairly natural. Okay, what am I? I meant to move shit before I walked up here. This is the fucking worst thing that has ever happened. Like, I wanted to move the furnaces. And, like, fuck. Okay, we'll move the fish pond for now. And then we gotta move the house. I already bought the speed grow. Where were you? And then... That's it, right? That's all we're moving? Okay, and then we're gonna build the silo, wherever it is. Which I wanted to put right there, but I guess I'll put somewhere else. I guess it'll go there for the moment. Okay. Mara's not here. Okay. Yeah, that was my point. Like, it's very natural. Like, his use of slang and just, like, generally speaking, like, reads like an average internet user. It does not come off as like, second language. So, no, very good. I mean, plenty of people who were born speaking like English used to speak like that as well. So, Yeah, like if you're not gonna speak any other languages, you could at least be decent at the one you do speak. You know, I don't know. I don't think it's too much to ask. Um. Alright, gotta plant these acorns. 70, that's a pretty good number, honestly. Cat's all the way over here. What's the cat doing over here, cat? What are you doing, cat? What the fuck? Get the fuck out of my trees. I'm planting fucking trees here, you stupid fucker. Ah, shit. I want to change this now. Cat's still in the way. Honestly, Rocco could probably pass for an average Twitch chatter, you know. Maybe a magic Twitch chatter, at least, you know. That's what I mean, right? Like, you just got to teach him a few phrases, like, why didn't you attack with, and, you know, just like important stuff that, so that he can express his knowledge of the game. Alright, fine then. Be that way. You're missing out. On something, anyways. Alright, we're off to bed. Okay, so tomorrow is Pierre's birthday and we can't miss it. But we also need to go skull diving for more stuff. So oh, perfect. Good humor, good humor, good humor. Okay. Oh, shit! Look at us with our fucking legend row that's, like, ready here. This is sweet, okay. I need a... The honey guy. No? What was that? I'm gonna need more furnaces too, actually. This isn't enough. Catching the Legend of the First Spring, obviously you need the level 10 fishing, which you can easily get. I usually get it on day 9. The actual tip is, buy the iridium rod and use a trapped bobber. Nothing makes, nothing makes the fish easier to catch than the trap bobber. Get yourself that rod, buy the bobber. Yeah. You know, obviously use deluxe bait, use the best fishing buff you can find, but nothing, the trap bobber is the biggest thing you can do. Alright, we're gonna go check the traveling cart here. Just in case. Red cabbage, mostly. Like, we don't need it for completion, but it makes things easier. Oh, that's fascinating. I'll buy the cheap bomb anytime they have it, you know? Alright. Oh, we've seen a pumpkin and a nautilus shell. This is like a great seed for a community center run. Crazy. Fuck, I got here too soon. This is terrible. What's up, Shane? Pam. Alex. Alright, open the goddamn door. I'm like the guy standing outside the door waiting for them to unlock it. And all I want to do is give a birthday present to this guy I don't even like. Jeez. You think they get weirded out when I just disappear in front of them? Okay, if we go, if we go skull caverning 2 good days or all 3 days as a possibility, we'll work here, so we'll see how today goes and whether or not. We're starting late. Oh, perfect. Let's go. Let's go. Thanks for the follow. 11 levels, sweet. Not ouch, sweet. $400 or 4,070. That's pretty cool. February's been better for follower gain than the last few months. That's awesome. I'm glad everybody who has found the stream has liked it and is sticking around. That's really cool. That goes for all of you. Oh my god. Literally like the worst treasure possible, I think. Seed maker! Woo! We're getting a lot of treasures today. And by a lot, I mean we got 2, but that's a lot for one day already, really. No treasures. I'm sorry, Logan. Everybody deserves treasures. That's true. That's true. Maybe you just need to change your perspective, rethink what constitutes a treasure, you know? Maybe the real treasure is having the privilege to bedrot and doomscroll. You know? Why, though? What do you get out of it? Yeah, exactly. That's... Okay. I rest my case. Hold on, hold on. They also come in cat food. Well, no, because soda tastes good. That's not. That's a shit comparison, Sass. You're like going, I should hire somebody to drink soda for me. Like that's yeah. Oh my god. The only thing left in my mini fridge is 8 cans of maple Pepsi that are gonna be there forever. Like, that was only like a month ago. Soda is just pop if we don't sound like, you know... Pop is a terrible word. Even though pop is actually, like, more common in Canada, I hate using the word. I always call it soda on purpose because... it's just a dumb word. It's a dumb word, and I hate saying it. We might have. Look, it's been years. You say fizzy in New Zealand. That I don't know if that's better. I would have to sit on that for a little bit and kind of like let it roll around. I'm just gonna start calling them all soft drinks. Fizzy. Isn't that a League of Legends character? So, Becky, it's really common in various regions. Like, a lot of Canada and the Midwest and stuff. That's just the normal... That's the normal phrase for it, right? Obviously, that sounds dumb to people who aren't from the region, but that is pretty standard. I mean, soft drink is like the old, weirds you out. Well, you know. I don't like it either, and I'm from a region that says it, so I'm with you there. We've had every conversation before, okay? Look, there's only so many things to talk about while I play fucking Stardew Valley. Like, what do you want? Fresh scripted content every night? That's kind of a feature pursuit. Like, I personally think... Now, I mean, you're all the viewers, you can confirm, but I feel like I'm a very bantery stream. That's kind of what I lean into. You know, if I don't have something to talk about, I'll narrate what I'm doing, but I would prefer to completely ignore the game and just talk about random bullshit the entire time. Look, I once had... I got into an argument with a viewer once. When I was playing Magic the Gathering, I got into an argument with viewer about sausages that got so intense it ended up with, like, me banning him. Okay? So... Seriously, you all have no idea, okay? You have no idea. You only know chill Stardew, PJ, okay? You do not know competitive MTG player, PJ, who had to deal with the dumbest fucking commentary all night long. Yeah, but the argument wasn't about magic. It was about fucking sausage. I got into arguments with people about magic frequently, too. But those I would shut down because I knew better than them. Like, obviously. I'm the guy with the stream here. Anyways, I like the rambling. I like the manner. Okay, here's the thing. It's kind of awkward because I actually do best when I have, like, active chat, right? So the better. Okay, this sounds like some sort of, like, I don't know. This sounds like bullshit, but my stream gets more enjoyable the more active chat is because I can bounce off chat. I'm not even kidding, for like 12 hours straight. I've done this back when I was doing Magic full time. I will sit here and I will argue random bullshit with people for 12 fucking hours. And it is... Like, somebody once described me as aggressively extroverted. It, like, that sort of, like, interaction with people, like, doesn't drain me. I can get frustrated if I think you're being stupid, and that's when I shut it down. But, like, I don't get, like... You know, I'm fine immediately afterwards. And I will happily sit here and just go for hours. And the more people I have to bounce off of, the better. The better it gets, you know? For everyone. It's just more entertaining. So what I'm saying here is tell your friends, let's get me back up to 200 viewers. That's when it gets real fun. uh... Hey, combat level up. So. What do we got? I don't need a red mushroom. Okay. But yeah, no, I love the banter. Like, the whole reason I stream is the social interaction. I love chatting with people. I love meeting people, chatting with people, talking about stuff. And even with the game conversation, okay, the one thing that will piss me off, like, if you ever deliberately want to piss me off, I mean, don't. I will ban you if I think you're deliberately trying to piss me off. But I'm just saying, the one thing that pisses me off every time, and that's what tilted me about the last conversation, that's what ended it, is don't ever, like accuse me of, like, saying something that I'm not. Like, as soon as I feel like you are, like, deliberately misunderstanding me or putting words in my mouth or that sort of thing, that's when I'm done. Like, we can disagree forever, and I'll be fine. And I can argue for hours, you know? Right to say is only gonna say, hey, Rock, yeah, you should. Nobody would believe you that it was a bird, but you totally should. Whoa. I'm gonna have 4 iridium sprinklers before we get to summer. Like, that's crazy. Or I have 4 iridium sprinklers. We haven't even got to summer yet. Okay, we're at 100. We can go better, though. 150, maybe? Depending on how fast we can get down. Some about, like, European sausages and then American sausage makers. And my point was that there's good versions of, like, everything in North America, and they weren't listening. Basically, that's the big thing. I don't remember the details of it. They were, you know, whatever. Basically, I think they were shitting on, like, North American food from, like, an elitist European perspective. And the point I was trying to make is that while, like, the average level of a lot of food in North America is low, there's also, like, world-class versions of, like, everything. Right? People misunderstand, like, I think a lot of Europeans misunderstand how big the United States is. And stuff like that, like, population-wise. Yeah, BC. Fucking Vancouver has, like... Vancouver might have the best Asian food on the fucking continent. Like, it's incredible. You can go to a fucking random mall in Richmond and get, like... world-class fucking noodles. And you shouldn't be able to, you know? Like... I'm not an expert, so I can't. This isn't a personal opinion, but I've heard that the sushi in Vancouver is also incredible, like comparable to Japan level type of thing, right? Like, that's the thing. There's like something good, like, you know, and then between how broad and varied North America is, and just the sheer number of people that live in the United States, there's like somewhere along the way, there's top tier versions of fucking everything. They exist. And even if they exist because they were brought here by immigrants, it doesn't matter. Like, it literally, the people from that culture are the ones making it. But it's still here, right? You can still get it. And that's the point. Oh yeah, nice. Wonderful area. Shit, we're out of bombs. I gotta eat this just for safety. I can't, like... Can't take any risks. Got another prism. Nice. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me either. Like, alright, what do we got? We got level 8 combat. That's sweet. We only 2 more levels to go. We sold our bars. You know, decent little chunk there. We are aiming for 230,000, so we gotta see... We gotta see where we're at. Alright, so we're at 87 right now, and we just pulled in another... Almost another 200 iridium. That's phenomenal. Yeah. That's cool. Okay, so today... Actually, hold on. Let's see what luck's at. Oh, fuck. Okay, well... That's no good. Hopefully tomorrow's better. So what we'll do today... Since we can't Skull Cavern today... You know, we'll bake the rest of the ore. We probably need to make a few more furnaces, too, because... We gotta start making the sprinkler, materials as well. So we'll bake the rest of the ore. Because the kale is done, we can actually tear this all up and finish building the planting for summer. That'll be sweet. This whole area is going to get planted. What are we at materials-wise? So that's 60... 65 for the gold. Plus 7, that's 72, that's enough. And then... 54, so we need a little bit more iron. We obviously need a bunch of coal, plus we got what, 44 of those, plus 6 of those, that's 18. This is barely enough. We actually don't have enough quartz, that's funny. I might have to try and... I gotta make sure I'm grabbing quartz in the Skull Cavern. Okay. Cool. Hey, Dark Pink Rose, how are you doing today? I gotta visit Robin. We're not going to start building... Wait, hoe... Oh shoot, if I put the... No, the hoe's in, the hoe's finished. So do I upgrade the hoe and then it's... I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good, just figuring out this Stardew run here. So wait, how many bars do I have? 40, that's another 60,000, so that puts us at about 140. So we still need about another 90,000. That's actually pretty iffy. Whether or not we can hit the whole... Like, one good skull... That's a 300 Iridium Skull Cavern day. Or 2 Skull Cavern days, right? So... Trees are planted... Weird. One of my VODs isn't uploaded. So there is actually a method that I've basically been able to get 2 lucky rings in a day every time. Hey, if you get the pan, upgrade it to Iridium, enchant it with Generous to make it as functional as possible. Okay. Then panning is affected by luck. So wait for a very lucky day. Stack your luck buffs with like Lucky Lunch or something like that, and then go to a good panning spot. I usually go to Ginger Island. I actually like doing it but basically on a high luck day with luck buffs and an enchanted Iridium pan, you can easily pan yourself into multiple lucky rings because the odds of finding them go up dramatically when you stack your luck. This time I just got lucky and found one in the Skull Cavern, but you can force it with the panning method. No problem. Anyways, unfortunately, I gotta go. It's bedtime for me. It's 6:30 in the morning. I gotta go pass out so I can go spend another day working. I will be back tomorrow doing more Stardew, as always, around probably 12:30 Pacific, 3:30 Eastern, and around like 9:30 in Europe. I'm gonna send out a raid. Logan, I think you'll like her. She has birds. You didn't just get here, Sass. You might, but if you don't, Becky, you can easily get one, is what I'm saying. So, it's an option. All right. Have a good one, everybody. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon. Remember to follow here. Join the Discord. Later.